Hi, and welcome to TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers, a program of educators worldwide. I'm your host today, Melanie Gobert.
Hello, everyone. This is Melanie Gobert, your host for today's episode of TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers. Joining us today is Mohamed El Zamil, previously of the American University of Cairo. He's now working as a freelance coach and teacher in New Cairo, Egypt. Welcome, Mohamed.
Thank you, Melanie.
Mohamed is going to be talking to us about his experience coaching. Over to you, Mohamed.
Well, I have been involved in teaching English as a foreign language and second language for many years. I started my career in Egypt. Then I had a successful experience in Saudi Arabia. Then I came back to Egypt and taught at various universities there. And I went to the UAE and I had a fruitful, engaging experience teaching at Ajman University as a full-time faculty lecturer for over 15 years. I've taught all levels of students and I have enjoyed the experience. And then I came back to Egypt and I joined the American University in Cairo as a faculty in the English Language Institute. Then I went more into neuro-language coaching. I got certified and I started practicing it. It gave me kind of empowerment when I'm able to, integrate insights from neuroscience and how does the brain learn and process information, and how can we recall, how can we remember, we commit things to memory and remember them. And these insights gives more power and meaning to my teaching. So now I'm able to integrate both approaches together. So I'm working now as a neuro-language coach, organizing and conducting coaching sessions, one-on-one, and also in small groups. It's a new experience, but I'm enjoying it.
So what exactly is coaching?
Coaching is kind of facilitating and guiding and empowering the coachees or the clients to do it themselves. It depends on meaningful conversations, powerful questions. It's kind of squeezing it out of them, empowering them, enabling them to do it themselves. So my role is not to impose or instruct like traditional teaching. No, my goal is a facilitator, guide, helping, and I want them to do it themselves. So my success is dependent on the ability to enable them to set their goals and work on them and achieve them. It's not like teaching, formative, summative assessment, quizzes. My success is dependent on their ability to do it themselves.
Okay, so how do you treat your students?
I treat them with respect. I have a growth mindset, and I deal with the students as individuals, human beings, with all respect. Of course, there are boundaries, announced boundaries from the word go between us, based on respect, mutual respect. if there are rules, I'm gonna discuss these rules with them, but I treat them in a friendly way. And I encourage them to ask more and more questions. My role is to guide and help them, and also I'm willing and ready to learn from them because they can bring uh, things related to technology and which I don't know, which I'm not familiar with. So there is no harm in learning from them. My philosophy of teaching depends on creating a safe, friendly environment for students to learn, to interact, to ask questions. And I like that if it is a classroom, I like it to be more interactive. Discussions are there, critical thinking is there, questions are there. There is no limit as long as there, these questions serve a purpose for the class.
So, how do you approach a lesson in neurolinguistic coaching?
Well, I prepare the session. Well, I prepare my questions depending on the purpose of the session. If it is related to goal setting, so I prepare a set of questions which can enable the coachee or the client to speak up their minds and talk about their goals. And then we try together to narrow down the list of goals and to classify these goals according to many factors, according to their ability, current ability, according to the setting, the context, and we try to narrow them down and work on SMART goals, and then follow up. We take them one by one, we chunk them out, and we take them by one, and there are follow-up sessions. And if they have any questions, they can ask me. But of course, my role is to ask more and more questions and take notes of their answers.
So, is there anything else you would like to share about your neuro-language coaching experience?
Yeah, I'd like to say that when students signed up for neuro-language coaching sessions, they could feel the difference between classroom teaching and one-on-one neuro-language coaching sessions. I mean, during these sessions, they feel more free. They speak up their minds freely. They talk about things which they don't have the chance to talk about them in classrooms. They feel more independent and they feel more empowered and they are not afraid of making mistakes because I tell them from the beginning, mistakes are there. I mean, look at the mistake as an opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn. Failures are there, setbacks are there, part and parcel of life, part and parcel of success. Try, take risks, calculated risks. Think about it, but try. Don't feel comfortable all through with the status quo, with what you already have. Aspire, have aspirations, be ambitious, and discuss anything freely as long as you know why you are asking it. Identify your goals and also have a destination in mind. And then we discuss how can you reach this destination. You expect challenges, you expect roadblocks, you expect hurdles, but when you achieve it, you feel pleased, you feel happy, you feel empowered, you feel you're worth, you feel you can do it. So I look at coaching as a journey of empowerment, facilitation, number one, and then empowerment. Because anyone, coachee, any individual, when they think they can do it themselves, this is success. Anyone can do it. Okay, my teacher can help me, anyone, my mentor can help me, anyone can help me. But my real success and happiness is when I can do it. So I believe in showing more than telling, and let me do this in teaching and writing. I can do it for them very easy, and I can tell them my experience, the gist of my experience, and I can give them the roadmap. Then what? They can take it, copy and paste, and say he's an expert. He knows better. He knows much more. But this is not the point. The point is I want to help you if I can, empower you, enable you to do it themselves. And then I'm gonna be like guide, like someone who can offer help when needed. But I'm not going to take the initiative and start interfering. No. This is how I see it. So that's why, okay, I like teaching, and I have been teaching for years, but when I integrate the two approaches together, when I get more and more into the depth of the human brain, really, sometimes I feel surprised, astonished, things which I didn't know. But when I take the insights from neuroscience and integrate it with my teaching approach, this is good for me, and it will be also great for my students.
Okay, thank you very much, Mohamed. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, and I really enjoyed it.
This has been Melanie Gobert, your host for today's episode of TTELT.
Thank you for joining us today. Share with us how you are using these tips. Leave us a comment or voice message on social media or at ttelt.org. Thanks for joining this episode of TTELT, brought to you by educators worldwide. Follow, like, and subscribe to TTELT on your social media, and try a new teaching tip today.